See, Oreo? I love animals, and they offer me a lot of therapy. Well, when I had the stroke, the doctor told my wife that I was going to wind up in a wheelchair in a nursing home. Having the animals make me share my time in the back. I walk back and forth. I exercise. And here I am. I'm not in a wheelchair and I'm not in a nursing home. I am with my animals. This is my wife, Sandy. For 42 years, we've been happily married together. She's my secretary, my nurse, my doctor, my mistress, my girlfriend. I'm going to tell you the story how I met my wife. She invited me at one of her parties, office parties in a hotel. And I was showing up, and I jumped from the high diving board to the swimming pool. And when I went up, I have lost my swimming trunks. So she saw me and she said, I got to marry that man.
Because I felt sorry for him. Some of the noises you hear in the back, it sounds like I have something mocking me. We have a parrot, and he loves to make fun of people, and he imitates Willy's telephone ringing, so he drives Willy crazy thinking, hello, hello.
I was born in Santurce, Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, for some people that don't know, is a possession of the United States. We are as American as you are. When I graduated from high school, I didn't have the means to go to the university, so I decided to join the Army. So I went in the Army for 2 years. When I got out of the Army, I decided to join the Air Force and make a career out of it. I spent 3 years in Vietnam. I had some close calls, but I love the country. It's a beautiful country.
Willy and I have 7 boys altogether. I have 3, and he has 4.
I've been a Grotto member for 25 years. This is my grotto, Senda Grotto in Tampa. I consider this my second home. I love everything that goes in here, and I enjoy being here. Look at that.
We're involved in other organizations, but in the other organizations, you just raise money for the kids. You don't really get involved with the kids. And I would miss that direct contact if I didn't have the grotto. I'm hoping that when I'm installed as Supreme Mighty Chosen One, that our cauldron will be able to have a record year, and we will be able to send to the Humanitarian Foundation a lot of funds for Enchanted Lanterns and put a smile on Miss Diane's face. So we really enjoy her staff and the support that they give us to help us get our lanterns in there and to get all the results back.
We're thrilled when we see a kid and it says Grottoes on the schedule. I believe that my background, having cousins that had special needs, cousins with Down syndrome, etc., seeing many kids with health problems, did make it seem to be something that is very normal for me. I did not see them as being very different. We were all different, and they just had their differences in different ways.
I have a practice that's limited to pediatric dentistry, and over the 8 years that I've been in this office, I've had an expanding number of special needs patients coming in. A few years back, one of the dentists from another part of the state mentioned that he had been working with Grotto, and that Grotto was very generously paying for dental care for some of the special needs kids, and that it was working very well for the kids and their families. After a little research, I found Willy, and he's been very, very helpful with helping to get approval to pay for dentistry for some of these special needs kids. They've been great, and it's just been a godsend for the kids and their families, and for the practice here, because it enables us to take care of a lot of needy kids who need the dental care and who might not otherwise be able to afford it.
I became Dr. Smiles 22 years ago. Why do I do it? Have you ever seen a child in a wheelchair going to a dentist crying and yelling? Let me tell you about a case we had.
We had a little girl that was referred to us, and she was down here in Waimama in the poorer section, and they didn't have any transportation or anyway, so we took her to the appointments. And she couldn't move around very much, and she had trouble breathing a lot, and we made an appointment for her, and we went to get her, and her mother called us before we even got there and said, we can't take her yet because she's had to go to the hospital with her breathing since she's got pneumonia again. So they treated her, they got her back home, she was doing better. We went to see her, and she was so excited she's going to get her smile. She kept saying, I get my smile.
And she could speak. And she said, are you going to make me smile? And I said, we'll do the best with her. And she said, I have a first communion dress, and I want to wear it.
It's been years, but it's still close to the surface and to the heart. We made the appointment again, had everything set up, and we went, and she passed away before we got to get her smile. So we lost that little girl, and that little girl really meant a lot to all of us, and so he's had a hard time with the kids. His heart goes out to them.
Don't wait for them to come to you. Go there and get them. They are there. You need to get them. Use the newspaper, use flyers, use your parades, use whatever is available to you, and you will get them. They will start coming to you. All right.
High five, he knows that.
My child is William. I'm his biological grandmother, but I'm his mom because I've raised him since he was 7 months old. William has autism. He wasn't born with autism. He got it sometime around 18 months. And before he got it, he was verbal, very normal child. And then he started losing everything except his love. I contacted the Grotto, and they put me in contact with Mr. Willy, and they just set it up. And I just brought William in, and then they found cavities, and they took care of that, all because of the Grotto, which we couldn't have done without. And it has made a world of difference because now I know that, you know, he's not going to have a toothache or pain in his face that he can't tell me. He'll be crying, but even now when he's got a pain, he can't tell me where the pain's from or what it's from. So I know that this is being looked after. And this wonderful man here, out of the generosity of his heart and his organization, he goes out and does this for children he doesn't even know. And this man and their organization has meant a lot to me and the other mom that I know. Thank you, Mr. Willy, and thank you for William. Thank you.
She's making me cry. No, I'm just glad, to be of help. And this is just another example of how can we help the kids. And of course, by helping the kids, we make their grandmothers and their mothers happy. We'll be there for him until he's 18 years old. And we'd like for you to pass the word around from other families that need our help so that we can help them. Okay?
I would be glad to do that, yes, thank you. This is from William, and it says high five. But high five, Mr. Willy.
It's a sincere gift from the heart.
On behalf of the Humanitarian Foundation and the family of past Grand Monarch Robert Rush, it is our honor to present you with this year's Dr. Smiles of the Year Award for the help you provide to the children of the Tampa, Florida area. For the wonderful smiles you have helped put on these beautiful faces, the children thank you and love you, Mr. Willy. With your help finding qualified children and with your generous and continuing support, we can all make a difference to these and thousands of children like them, one smile at a time.
Check out my cool hat.